Welcome into the Pride Pregame Show on the Greensboro College Sports Network. We're getting the doubleheader started here today with Greensboro College women's basketball as they take on North Carolina Wesleyan. We saw the women's team here on Monday night, a win against Methodist. And Stephen, I talked to Coach Fernandez after the game, and we'll hear from him here in a little bit. And the first thing he told me was he was glad that game was as tight as it was, because that way we saw them in a tough game against Methodist in Fayetteville where they couldn't finish it. And Fernandez told me he was glad the game went the way it did. That way they could actually finish what they started.
Yeah, it's just one of those, growing things with a young team. And, that now that they know they can close a close game, hopefully that helps them, coming down the stretch, because they're going to need to close a few more games out, in order to secure seeding in the conference tournament. But definitely a good win. Obviously, kind of a revenge game from that first game against Methodist. So really good to see. Had some really good performances, and we'll talk about it. But, Lindsey Redmond, once again, early on hit some big threes. And, of course, Jada Hairston and Kinsley Stewart stepped up.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. It kind of seems recently that although the three-point shot's not necessarily front and foremost with this team, it does seem to be a different shooter every game. On Saturday, it was Lindsey Redmond. On Monday, it was Jada Hairston.
Yeah, Jada, she's got a really good shot. She shot it pretty well earlier this year, kind of went into a funk. But, the other night she really shot the ball well and kind of carried the team late there. But then, Lindsey Redmond, we talked about before last game, really carried the team against Salem. And then, the other night she hits, a couple of early threes, including and 1 3, to kind of get the momentum started against Methodist. So really good to see some of these freshmen, being able to step up, have success. And they've learned a lot. And so, coming down the stretch, they've had almost a full season now under their belt. And, hopefully, you're just really looking for consistency now.
Tatum Bradford missed 3 games, was back in the lineup on Monday, didn't start, but saw a decent amount of minutes, I think close to 20 minutes in that game. Even though she didn't give you a whole lot offensively to the tune of just 3 points, it just seems that even her presence on the floor makes things open up for the offense a little bit, because the defense has to be ready for what if Tatum goes off today.
Yeah, Tatum, she's had a really solid year this year. And just having her on the floor, like you said, it opens up everybody else, depending on what rotation she's in. So the other day it was kind of interesting because, Fern, especially later in the game, kind of actually made some, offense for defense, subbed Jinx and Tatum kind of back and forth depending on, if they had the ball or not. So we'll see, if that happens tonight. But, Tatum really opens up the offense, and she's a threat. So the other team has to focus on her because she is a good three-point shooter. So definitely good to see her back, and just hopefully she'll kind of get back in the rhythm and give us a good performance tonight.
Greensboro did struggle a little bit inside this year, which is something that has happened at times when they have had the disadvantage as far as height is concerned. We saw that against Methodist on Monday between Richardson and Eva McRae as well, especially down low. Talk a little bit about kind of what Greensboro does inside. It's kind of a bend but don't break for the Pride. They're going to lose the rebound battle. They have a lot recently, but they seem to get them when it counts, and all things considered, they hang around.
Yeah, and I mean, one thing, it kind of depends on the rotation that's in the game. When Ari Ingram's in the game, she seems to grab a lot of rebounds. Same with Jinx Irvin. And I think that, depending on who's in the game at what time kind of dictates, when the rebounding is good and when it's not. And so, having those two, down low has certainly been a help. And, we'll see, what they can do today. One of the things that, kind of makes it a little difficult is, they've kind of been, going back and forth depending on the opponent with some different defenses. And so, especially when they're kind of in that zone that they play, it's not a true 2-3, but it's kind of a blend. It's a little tougher to grab rebounds. And so we'll see what Coach Fern has in store tonight against a tough NC Wesleyan team. But rebounding is going to be key today too.
This is a tough stretch for Greensboro, playing 3 opponents in a row that are in 3 out of the top 4 in the USA South, and teams that Greensboro lost to in each of their first meetings this year. You end the year with Meredith and Salem, which is some more opportunity to gain ground. But how do you look at this 3-game stretch where, at least on paper, things don't look really good? You're in an okay spot for the postseason, but you still got to get through this before you get Meredith and Salem at the end.
Sure, and I mean William Peace is in there too, and they have played better, but Greensboro did defeat them the first time around. So we'll see. I mean they just got to weather the storm, and of course we got the tornadoes coming up, so make a pun there, pun definitely intended. But we'll see how it goes, but I think that Fern after Monday was pretty happy with where they're at. And you think about it, I know you were talking about a little bit about the schedule ahead, but just looking at kind of some stats, the team's 6-4 in their last 10 games, and so it's a really nice stretch that they've been on. And so look, if they have a rough patch or two against a tough team like a Brevard, it's not anything to stress too much about, right? This team's still young, it's growing, and like you said, they've got some winnable games down the stretch. So just try to get through a couple of these tough games. NC Wesleyan tonight is going to be another tough game. And Coach Fern will preview that matchup here soon. But kind of weather the storm on the tougher matchups, take care of business on the matchups that you need to win, and they'll be good to go.
And I think even if you can try to steal one of these three too, that obviously puts you in a good spot. And when you face a team that at least on paper is better than you, I think one of the big things is getting points, quote unquote, free points at the free throw line. And last thing we'll talk about here before we talk to Coach Fernandez, that is somewhere Greensboro has struggled this year. 56% from the free throw line. Out of 413 D3 teams, they rank 400th.
Yeah, I think that's of the things that have kind of gone on. You have a lot of grace and understanding because it's a young team, but when it comes to the free throw shooting, that's probably the most frustrating part about this season is the free throw shooting just has not been very good. And so Coach Fernandez will tell you that straight up. He's not going to sugarcoat that at all. They've lost some games because they didn't shoot well from the free throw line. And so that's just something that ultimately, Coach Fernandez knows his team, right? Whether it's a mental thing, whether it's, mechanics, not totally sure. But the fact is, as a team, they have not been very good at the free throw line. So that's going to be key, especially late down the stretch, and of course when they get into the tournament.
Well, he's told me before they're a much better free throw shooting team in practice than they are at a game. We'll see what maybe they can take over from one to the other. Speaking of Coach Fernandez, we'll hear from him now, and we'll get closer to get this one started. Greensboro College, North Carolina Wesleyan, coming up at the top of the hour on the Greensboro College Sports Network. Continuing on with the pregame show now with head coach Aaron Fernandez. Coach, started off with a big win against Methodist on Monday night, and I want to go back to something that you talked to me about in the hallway after the game on Monday. You said you were kind of glad it ended up being a tight game because it gave your team an opportunity to finish what they didn't finish in Fayetteville the first time you played them.
Yeah, absolutely. When you have a young team, those are moments that are really good building block moments, right? And like you said, we suffered the heartbreak the first time we played them, not able to hang on. This time we found a way to hang on. So I think kudos to our team for that's a big, again, building block and maturity thing. So we'll see if we can keep the momentum going tonight.
Well, it seems like it's a different three-point shooter for you every game. You had Lindsey Redmond on Saturday leading the way. It was Jada Hairston on Monday.
Yeah, and by Jada's own standard, didn't have her best game against Salem, so it was really good to see her bounce back. And she can really shoot it, especially if she's got a little bit of space. And we've been pushing her more all year to shoot it more. There's times that I think she passes up open shots. So we'll see if we can get her going again tonight, and then again, hopefully someone else can step up and hit some more threes too.
She wasn't in the lineup on Monday, the starting lineup at least, but Tatum Bradford had a lot of minutes after missing the last 3 games with an injury. Even though she only scored 3 points, what does her presence on the floor allow you to do offensively?
Yeah, she's just a super high IQ player as well. She's leading us in blocks, so she, if you watch her, she's not the quickest on our team laterally per se, but she just does a good job of just reading and defending and of just keeping our offense moving at times too. So even if she's not scoring, she just does so many other little things with her basketball IQ and just with her understanding of our system and what we're trying to accomplish. So it was really great having her back. And she was a little sore. She's going to continue to battle through that finger injury, but we'll have her back on the floor again tonight, so that'll be great.
Talk a little bit about what you have to do with your interior when you face such a size disadvantage. You don't have necessarily tall bigs. You've got, obviously Jinx has played well down low, and Ari Ingram has been a good rebounder for you as well. But, I think even just against Methodist, Richardson, very tall. McRae, very tall. So how do you have to handle that when you don't necessarily always have that size advantage?
Yeah, I think at one point they had like 3, 5, 10 players and above on the floor at one time. So yeah, it's hard to prepare for. It's hard to play against. for us, part of that is the three balls an equalizer. So whatever you're giving up, maybe on second chance points or stuff around the rim, if you can get it back on the other end with the three ball, that's always helpful. And then one thing we talk about when we play bigger teams is just get a piece of the ball. Can you tip it somewhere? Can you hit it out somewhere? So at least if they get the O board, it's away from the basket. And then I'm sure you saw it from the broadcast. Like anytime it went inside, we were just trying to swarm it with as many bodies as possible. So we'll see that a little bit again tonight. North Carolina Wesleyan is a pretty big team, pretty physical team. So it'll be kind of the same game plan tonight, just all hands on deck when the ball goes down low.
Coach, obviously, when you play a team that on paper is a superior team like North Carolina Wesleyan, numerically is, obviously you talk about how important it is to get free points. The free throws continue to be a bit of an issue this year. Talk a little bit about just kind of what your thought process is there. I mean, obviously, still a young team, but free throws are free throws.
Yeah, it's really hard. I mean, I think we've talked about this before, but our style of play goes from chaos to on a free throw to just having to slow your heart rate down, to step to the line after having just flown around the court, probably exhausted, really, really, really tired when we go to the line. It's a little hard to work on exhausted free throws at this point in the season because our practices look a little bit different than they did earlier in the year. We're not running up and down as much. We're trying to save our legs a little bit. So some of it's just mental as well. So that's kind of what we've been working on in practice is just the mental side of shooting free throws. And we try not to, sounds weird, but we try not to think too much about it because we don't want to get in our own heads about misses. So we're just, again, with a young team, sometimes free throw line can be hard because there's a lot of pressure there when everyone's watching you. But we'll try to just continue to get there, and hopefully we can just up our percentage. Even just a little bit would go a long way for us. So.
Coach, this is kind of a loaded question, so I'm going to throw a couple things out there and then just take it whatever direction you want to take it. You have three of the top four teams in the conference back to back before you play the bottom two teams in the conference. Talk to me a little bit about just kind of how you're attacking this. Is this a deal where, I mean, obviously, you don't lay down and say we're not going to win this game, but how do you prep for these three games knowing, hey, we got to at least make sure we're ready to take care of those last two games to solidify where we're going to end up in the postseason?
Yeah, well, we played all the teams already, so now on the second time through, it's how much better can we be against the top of the league, right? We just now got our first win of the year against someone that was above us in the standing, so that's a big building block win. And now for these other teams, you're just trying to measure and see, okay, we played them early in the year, we were at a certain spot. Now, down the stretch, we're trying to play our best basketball. Can we, whether you win or lose, can you play a better game, right? Can you put more points up? Can you force more turnovers? Can you execute better? And if you win those games, great. If you fall short but you played better, again, especially for a young team, you feel pretty good about that.
Last question here for you, Coach. Tell us about Wesleyan and what can we see tonight?
Yeah, extremely physical. They're extremely well coached. So I know last game, I think they probably gave our press the most trouble of any team in the league so far in terms of just having a game plan for it. We made some tweaks on our press, so we'll still be in our normal stuff. Again, we've talked about this before. Our game plan doesn't change no matter who we play. They're going to be extremely physical, and it's just like Methodist. It's all hands on deck when the ball goes down low. The thing Wesleyan has that Methodist maybe didn't show as much is Wesleyan can hit the three, so it's a little harder to just pack it in sometimes. So that'll be a challenge for us tonight. But it'll take a total team effort to give ourselves a chance to be in the game in the fourth.
Well, Coach, thank you and best of luck tonight.
Yeah, appreciate it.
All right, we're getting ready to get this one started. The Battle in Bishops and the Pride next on the Greensboro College Sports Network. And we welcome you inside Haynes Gym as we're getting set for a Greensboro College basketball doubleheader here tonight. Women's hoops against North Carolina Wesleyan and men's hoops to follow against Mary Baldwin. Kendrick Fruits, Jayshawn Ayala here with you. And Jayshawn, an exciting evening of basketball, especially as you consider we're not that far away from tournament time.
No, we're close to tournament time, and we get to see some of the conference's best scorers in terms of points per game. It is Kensley Stewart. She's at the 3 for the Greensboro Pride, and Anaya Hall for Wesleyan. She's in second, averaging 7. So I'm excited to see what two of the top scorers from this area can do.
Absolutely, and obviously Greensboro College coming off a big win on Monday against Methodist, and we'll see if they're able to continue that momentum from Monday night. Actually, they've won 2 in a row. They beat Salem on Saturday. We're going to step aside and get ready here as the national anthem is about to be played. We'll give you the starting lineups when we come back on the Greensboro College Sports Network. Every college athlete has a story to tell, and at Greensboro College, we believe no one is better equipped to tell those stories than the athletes themselves. On the Getting to Know podcast, you'll hear the who, what, when, where, why, and how of each college athlete's journey to Greensboro and how they became a member of the Pride. We talk on and off the field, influences, hobbies, goals, and what it means to be a member of the Pride. It's all on the Getting to Know podcast on Spotify and YouTube.
You know, I just really felt like I was a person, you know, and they really cared about you, not only as like an athlete, but, you know, as an individual as well. And so that was one of the things that like led me here, honestly.
The Getting to Know podcast from Greensboro College Athletics. We are one Pride, and these are our stories. Time now to take a look at today's starting lineups. First off, for the visiting North Carolina Wesleyan squad, number 0, Tamaya Bryant. She is a junior guard from Raleigh, North Carolina. She's averaging 1.9 points per game. Number 5, Dorinda Jordan, a junior. She's a forward from Durham, North Carolina. She's averaging 11.6. Number 8, Alexandria Belton, a junior guard from High Point, averaging 5.4 points per game. Anaya Hall, a junior guard from Fayetteville. As Jay Sean mentioned, 17 points per game for Hall. And number 23, Kiara Hughes, she is a sophomore guard from Hyattsville, Maryland, and she's averaging 7 points per game. For Greensboro College, the way this lineup looks today is number 10, Lindsay Redmond. She is a freshman guard from Kernersville, North Carolina, and Lindsay is averaging 3.1 points per game. Number 12, Kinsley Stewart, a freshman guard from Marion, averaging 14.6. Number 14, Taya Simpkins. Let's talk about her. She does a little bit of everything, averaging 5.3 this year, but 3.8 rebounds and a little over 3 assists as well. But anyways, Taya, a sophomore guard from Wake Forest, North Carolina. Number 15, Carrie Carr, a freshman forward from Beulahville, averaging 3.8 and 5.2 rebounds per game. And number 22, Jinx Irvin, the Averett transfer. She is a sophomore forward from Columbia, South Carolina, averaging 7.6 boards and 5.8 points. Jay Sean, who are we watching today?
Yeah, I think for the Pride, I'm going to switch it up from what I said pregame. I'm going to go with Jada Harrison. I think last game when she went out, she knocked down 4 threes. I think when you add that to this offense, it makes the offense much more complex. And for Wesleyan, I'm going to go with Anaya Hall, the second leading scorer of this conference. It's a tough matchup for any opposing defense.
Wesleyan wearing the blue jerseys with the white numbering and trim. Greensboro in the white jerseys with the green trim. Pride immediately with the possession. Stewart stepping back outside the arc. Shot no good. Offensive board. Carr tips it to herself. Tries to save it, but it goes out of bounds. Greensboro 8-12, 5-8 in the USA South. That is the number, what is that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the standings, while North Carolina Wesleyan 10-4, 12-8 in overall. And they are third in the USA South. Racing up ahead is Jordan. Jordan too strong. Loose ball in the lane. Belton had it. Now works her way out of traffic. Kicks it back out top. Picking up her dribble is Bryant. And it's taken away by Carrie Carr. Carr with the turnover. Long feed up ahead looking for Simpkins, but Redmond's back there as well. Gives it right back to Taya Simpkins, who's trying to drive on Belton. Now reverses direction. Underhand layup, the scoop. And the score for Taya Simpkins.
Yeah, Taya, great down low. That's one of her favorite parts of her game. A good spin move there to get to the rack.
Quickly the other way, shot no good by Hughes, and a defensive rebound by Jinx Irvin. Simpkins racing the other way. Irvin back to Simpkins. Simpkins in the left wing, looks for Kinsley Stewart. Stewart, the spin move, now working the right side of the lane. Layup no good. Offensive board, Carrie Carr. Throws it out towards Redmond. Knocked over, though, by Anaya Hall, and Hall and Carr collide. And it's going to be Wesleyan ball. 8:42 to play. Greensboro with the 2-0 lead. Already see the first round of substitutions for the Pride. Kira Hughes sends it up ahead. Tipped there by Camden Lakey, but continues to be Wesleyan's possession on the far sideline. There's going to be a whistle and a foul on Brianna Ruano. First personal for Ruano. Team foul number 1. Wesleyan inbounds. It's Jordan. Jordan to Hughes. Now throwing it to the baseline, Belton. Belton on the left baseline, working around Bradford, and stepped out of bounds. Good defense there from Tatum on the baseline. Jay Sean, you mentioned Jada Hairston. This is her first action of the day. We'll see if she continues to be the one with the hot hand from Monday night. Ruano working up top. Trying to back down Belton, right-hand side of the lane. Bounce pass to Ari Ingram at the free throw line. Poked and stolen away by Kira Hughes. Hughes racing left-hand side of the lane. The layup, the two-handed layup is good. We're tied at 2. Hairston on the right-hand side. The handoff to Ruano. Ruano going left, now picking up her dribble. Needs somebody to come to her. Bothered there by Belton and called for a travel. That's good defense there for Wesleyan.
Yeah, you see Wesleyan, they know what the Pride like to do. They like to run. They like to get shots up quick. But Wesleyan doing a good job of making players for the Pride pick up their dribbles, maybe rethink a pass, and it's kind of forcing the Pride to go out of what they like to do.
Greensboro has won 4 of their last 5 coming into today. You want to talk about a team that has got a lot of confidence right now. I think it's safe to say that's this team as the ball goes out of bounds off of Kinsley Stewart.
And there's no better time to get hot.
No.
Until better than the stretch. Right before conference play. This is the best time to win at 4 out of 5.
Just 5 games remaining in the regular season, including this one. Off-balance shot there, no good. Offensive board, though. Belton on the putback, still no good. And another offensive board by Anaya Hall. There's a whistle. I think they're going to get Hall on a travel there, and it'll be Greensboro ball. Early pressure being applied here by the battling Bishops on defense. Simpkins spins at the free throw line, kicks it out to Stewart, thought about a 3, now works right down the middle of the lane, and Kinsley slings it up. The ball goes over the backboard, but Stewart's fouled, and she'll go to the line. Foul called on Hughes.
Stewart, a 50% free throw shooter on the year. She heads to the line for her first 2 of the day.
And you heard us talking to Coach Fernandez about that. It's been a concern for him, not just Stewart specifically, but the team in general. His first free throw is good. The Pride out of 413.
Missed it.
Oh, did I say? I'm sorry. I was on autopilot there. But out of 413 Division III schools, Greensboro ranks 400th in free throw percentage. Stewart 0 for 2, but Jenks Irvin with an offensive board out to Simpkins, had an open look at a 3, gives it up top to Redmond. So Greensboro at least gets another possession out of it and a chance to break a 2-2 tie. Irvin needs a little help, flings one up just off of the baseline. Shot is too strong and taken by Belton the other way. Belton driving through defenders, lays it up. That one no good off the right side of the rim. Irvin with another board. Jenks already with 3 rebounds today. Now Simpkins in the lane. She flings it up. Both teams just flinging up shots in the lane, trying to get something to land, and it's really not. Bryant now trying to do the same. No, a late pass there, and a good find to Alexandria Belton to make it 4-2.
Belton showed she can be a good facilitator off the ball and on the ball. As you saw there a couple of possessions ago, quick dribble as Stewart goes up for the three.
Stewart,
no good.
Yeah, a little bit too strong there from Stewart. Greensboro trails 4-2. Racing up in the front court is Kara Hughes. There's a three from the corner. That's no good. Irvin with already her 4th rebound. She's on pace to hit her season average by halftime. There's a three from Redmond. That's no good either. Greensboro 0 for 3 early beyond the arc.
As you mentioned, we'll get a travel called there on the Battling Bishops. As you mentioned, Jinx Irvin out to a good start on the boards early on here. She is the 7th leading rebounder in the conference going into today.
And 5:42 to go, and just a 4-2 game here. We're on pace for perhaps one of the lowest scoring games we have seen this year. Keep this up, it'll be 8-4 at halftime.
Yeah, that will be something I've never seen before.
Jada Hairston using a screen there from Ingram. She picks up her dribble, needs help, finds Ruano. Or more accurately, Ruano comes to her. Now a nice pass to Ari Ingram in the lane, and the layup too strong. Ingram cut through defenders. It was a great feed, just couldn't get the finish. There's a steal from Ruano. Greensboro's got a 3-on-2. That evaporates. Ruano up top to Hairston. Hairston for 3, air ball, and out of bounds. The Pride 1 of 8 and 0 of 4 from three-point range. Wesleyan is 2 of 8, so not much better. As Greensboro pressing here, Shamaya Lynch is bothered by Hairston. Gives it to Lakey right under the basket. Camden Lakey too strong. Ari Ingram is fouled on the putback attempt. When we talk about Greensboro struggling from the line, Ari Ingram is not one of those people. 82% from the free throw line this year. And that should take us to the media timeout. It will. 5 minutes gone, and Greensboro on top 4-2 on the Greensboro College Sports Network.
I grew up on the Outer Banks, Manio, North Carolina, so the path to Greensboro College was a little bit of an unbeaten path. The same thing here, like I had never watched a sport, I don't know anything about cars. Taking an opportunity that comes out of nowhere, and it might not be the vision that you had for yourself, but you could make a mark. I think the records were kind of just a byproduct of who I wanted to become as a man.
Five minutes gone here. Greensboro trailing 4-2 against North Carolina Wesleyan. And Jay Sean, just tell us how much has the drought been here so far?
Yeah, we've got a 4-2 game, just about 5 minutes into this first period, and we have a combined 3 of 18 from the field in both of these teams combined.
Greensboro has been scoreless for their last 4-19. Ever since they had a 2-0 lead. Ari Ingram, 82% from the line, hits the first free throw. Second free throw on the way. Ingram hits them both. We're tied at 4. And a quick whistle substitution coming. Carr for Ingram. So Ingram ties Taya Simpkins for the team lead with whopping 2 points right now. It's been a defensive struggle right now. Lynch with it on the far side, bothered by Redmond, kicks it out for a 3. That's no good. And Irvin finds Simpkins. Simpkins long feed up ahead to Redmond. Had an open Stewart on the baseline, but lost the ball for a moment. Simpkins driving middle of the lane, kicks it out to Kinsley Stewart. 3 ball, that's no good. into the waiting arms of Shemaya Lynch. Lynch throws it towards the Greensboro sideline. Good job there by Stewart to tip it. It goes out of bounds.
I guess one positive you can look at this, for both teams, they're playing pretty decent defense. I mean, not many two open looks per team. Just a rough offensive outing from both sides here.
Well, and obviously I think if you're Greensboro, as much as, you'd love to have your offense a little more in sync right now, the fact that you're playing one of the best teams in the conference and it's tied here as we start to get into the later stages of the first quarter, you got to feel good about that. Backing down, Ari Ingram, shot no good by Anaya Hall, and Ingram with the board. Ruano, long feed up ahead. Ingram kicks this one out to Camden Lakey. Lakey for three. That's no good. Off the back iron. Goes out of bounds. And it will be Wesleyan ball. No, I think it's going to stay with Greensboro. It'll be Hairston to inbound. Well, they surprised us, Jay Sean, on Monday. Came out strong with a three-point shot. This is kind of more how it's been during a lot of this year, is Kalesia Lincoln with the steal. Here comes Lynch. Lynch just the underhand scoop and score. Shemaya Lynch makes it 6-4. Long feed up ahead to Ruano now. Brianna Ruano getting Lincoln up in the air. Now out to Bradford. Bradford three ball. Give it to her. Tatum Bradford. Last Monday was her first game back from injury, and you just kind of figured as soon as she knocked some of the rust off, as wide open under the basket there was Lincoln. It's now 8-7.
Tatum Bradford there, though. You can always count on her for a timely three. That one there kind of breaks the three-point slump for both sides.
Bradford thought about a three, now kicks it out to Hairston. Hairston straight on three ball. That's no good. Kind of wedged itself between the backboard and the side iron. Rebound to Harmony Martin. Loose ball on the far sideline. Stays with the Battling Bishops. That one tipped by Ingram. And out of bounds.
As we get a whole new five for the Pride there. That's Simpkins, Stewart, Carr, Redmond, and Irvin on the floor now for the Pride.
Starting five back out on the floor. Lynch working far side, now down low. And a quick feed right back to Lynch, and a travel called. Already the seventh turnover on the Battling Bishops. Simpkins hands it off to Irvin. Irvin driving right-hand side and puts it in. Jinx Irvin. Her first points of the game. Greensboro goes up 9-8. Long feed up ahead to Lincoln. Shot's no good. Picks up her own miss, though. Putback is too strong. Irvin with another rebound. That's 6 for Jinx.
Irvin doing it on both sides of the floor there on that possession. Getting the bucket to go and then going down. Great no-foul defense. Avoids a foul call. Gets the rebound. Pride's got the ball.
Kinsley Stewart under the basket. Tough angle shot, no good. And there's a turnover. Kerry Carr gives it to Stewart. Stewart with a double team has to kick it out to Redmond. Redmond three ball in and out, no good. Offensive board by Simpkins. Back to Stewart. Stewart kicks it out to Redmond again. Another three ball. That one also no good. And this time Wesleyan comes away with it. Sprinting up ahead is Lincoln. Lincoln has it poked out of bounds. No, it looks like she just lost it out of bounds. No, it was poked out of bounds, so it'll be Wesleyan ball. 1:44 to go. Neither team has found double digits yet. Lincoln has it taken away by Bradford. Tatum Bradford kicks this out to Ruano. Brianna Ruano could have had a three, except she didn't catch the pass cleanly. Now in the lane. That ball is tipped, goes out of bounds. And it will still be Greensboro ball with a minute and a half to go in the first quarter. Ruano long feed out to Lakey, tipped and intercepted by Ansley Griffin. Now sending this up ahead on the fast break. It is good, the layup by Shemaya Lynch. 10-9 now in favor of the Battling Bishops. Hairston driving and a whistle. And a foul is going to be called That's going to be Lynch picking up her second personal and team foul number 3. Greensboro just one foul here in the first quarter. Sent out to Stewart, or to Simpkins rather. Taya Simpkins to Kinsley Stewart. Nice move. Stewart gets a little bit of space. Jumper no good from the corner of the free throw line. And now racing up into the front court is Hughes. Hughes in the lane, getting past the defense. A foul on the layup attempt. That's going to be who's that? Kinsley Stewart picking up her first with 50 seconds left, and so Hughes will go to the line.
As you see there, Pride trying to pick up in some sort of full court pressure to try to force a turnover. They know how dangerous this Battling Bishops team can be if they get hot on the offensive end. So trying to force a turnover, good, smart coaching, strategic coaching there from Coach Fernandez as the first free throw, is no good.
Second free throw is in. So it's 11-9, 50 seconds to play. Simpkins hands it off to Irvin. Irvin on the baseline, trying to get a little separation. The fadeaway no good. Rebound by Kroom. And a foul called. I think they're going to get Taya Phelps here. They will. Phelps will pick up the foul with 35 seconds remaining. Well, the Pride 3 of 20 here in the first quarter, just 1 of 10 from 3. Wesleyan is 5 of 15. That one inbounded off the fingertips of Kiara Hughes, and the Pride will get another chance here in the first quarter.
As you said, they're 3 of 21 now from the field, but you still see a close game on the scoreboard. That's because the Pride, I don't want to say pride themselves, but they pride themselves in putting up a lot of shots a game, so that's what keeps these games so close.
Ari Ingram strong to the basket and a block out of bounds. Joy Iza on the block. That one inbounded, intended for Bradford, and knocked out of bounds by Harmony Martin. .24 seconds left. Ruano looking for Hairston. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Pride don't have a lot of time. Hairston hasn't realized he had 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Now Jada on the run, going up left-hand side, blocked out of bounds. And that will be a shot clock violation there, I believe, with 14.8 remaining. Just took too long to get something going offensively there.
Wesleyan's been playing some pretty good defense early on. Not many open looks, not many open passes to make. But
15 seconds left in the quarter. Hughes up ahead to Kroom. Kroom trying to get through a couple defenders. Shots no good. Loose ball goes out of bounds and stays with the Bishops here with 6.9 left in the first quarter. Martin looking, there's the inbound, and a nice block there by Ari Ingram. Ingram blocked Griffin, and Greensboro not able to even advance past the timeline. A low-scoring first quarter as the Battling Bishops lead it 11-9 as we reach quarter number 2. Jayshawn Ayala on the call when we come back on the Greensboro College Sports Network. College athlete has a story to tell, and at Greensboro College, we believe no one is better equipped to tell those stories than the athletes themselves. On the Getting to Know podcast, you'll hear the who, what, when, where, why, and how of each college athlete's journey to Greensboro and how they became a member of the Pride. We talk on and off the field, influences, hobbies, goals, and what it means to be a member of the Pride. It's all on the Getting to Know podcast on Spotify and YouTube.
You know, I just really felt like I was a person, you know, and they really cared about you, not only as like an athlete, but, you know, as an individual as well. And so that was one of the things that led me here, honestly.
The Getting to Know podcast from Greensboro College Athletics. We are one pride, and these are our stories.
Back here on the Greensboro College Sports Network, getting ready for the second quarter of what's been a very, very low-scoring game between the North Carolina Wesleyan battling Bishops and your Greensboro College Pride. Just 2 points separate these two. Kendrick, what would you say has to change going into the second quarter?
Well, I think for Greensboro, part of it is shot selection. I feel like right now they're taking a lot of hurried shots, and there's a difference between playing fast and just playing frantically, I think. And that's the thing. You want to play quickly, but you want to play in control, and they're not in control right now.
Right. As the battling Bishops have in lower post, that's Hall. Hall kicks it to Hughes. Hughes mid-range, won't go. Rebound, battling Bishops puts up another shot, won't go. Carry Carr with the rebound. Pride will take over on possession, but it is tipped by number 8, Alexandria Belton. Shot no good. Rebounded again by the battling Bishops. Shot also no good. And that will stay with the battling Bishops, as I like to say, a chain of events.
Yeah, I tell you what, you talk about battle on the boards. It is exactly that right now. It's physical underneath the basket on both ends.
Inbounded there. That's Jordan up top. Jordan, mid-range floater, no good. Fighting for the rebound is Irvin. They'll get a jump ball. Possession will go to the Pride. There's Jenks Irvin there fighting for the jump ball. And the battling Bishops will pick up in full court pressure in terms of one-on-one man-to-man coverage. Simpkins now taking the ball up. Kicks it to Stewart. Stewart picks up the handoff. Screen by Irvin. Stewart driving. Puts up the mid-ranger. It's good. Kinsley Stewart's got her first points of the game. It is now a tie game at 11. Pressure there from the Pride. Kicks it up to Anaya Hall. Hall to the corner to Jordan. Shot no good. Rebound Irvin. Irvin's got her now 9th rebound on the game. Simpkins sizing up Jordan. Simpkins goes up. Blocked by Belton. Fighting for the rebound is Phelps. Will get another jump ball. This time possession will go to the battling Bishops.
Well, I tell you what, one thing right now that I'm certainly noticing is that North Carolina Wesleyan is just being very physical, especially around the basket between the blocks and the rebounds right now. Greensboro's going to have to find a way to win that physicality battle.
As you said, rebound battle still tight, but still in favor of Wesleyan, 20-17. So they have the ball driving up. That's number 8, Belton. Shot no good. Harrison on the rebound. She'll take it on the break, but she'll slow it down. She thought she had numbers. Wesleyan got back well, but now that's Bradford on the baseline. Bradford out to the corner. Corner to Ruano. Ruano pumped. Floater. No good. Rebound Wesleyan. As Kiara Hughes taking it up now. Puts up a shot. It's no good. Rebound by Ruano. Ruano pushing it up to Lakey now. Pride has numbers. Lakey behind the back pass to Bradford. Bradford fouled. Camden Lakey with a beautiful behind-the-back pass on the break, and that will send Tatum Bradford to the line to shoot 2.
Sure will. I don't love the look on Bradford's face right now. Definitely look to be in a bit of discomfort coming down. I don't know if she landed on that finger that's taped up or what.
Yeah, that was a very rough foul, but she'll get a chance to knock these 2 down here. Her first trip to the line today. Bradford eyeing the mark. First one is good. Now 12-11 in favor of Greensboro. Second one from Bradford is also good. 13-11 score here in Haynes Gym. In the first game of this basketball doubleheader, but Wesleyan kicking it on the break. That's Shamaya Lynch there. She's got 2 to go. Now we have a tie game. Toronto now to Bradford. Bradford off the handoff. Bradford, she's got the layup to go.
great job there, knowing you've got a taller defender coming right at you. And Bradford, as that ball goes out of bounds, Bradford makes the adjustment and floats it over the taller defender.
As we'll get a timeout here. Excuse me, not a timeout, just substitutions, a fresh 5. That's Irvin, Redmond, Stewart, Carr, and Simpkins for the Pride, nursing a 2-point lead. Simpkins with the inbound now to Stewart. Stewart sizing up Jordan, now kicks it to Redmond. Redmond driving, she's fouled. They'll get Alexandria Belton with the foul, her second of the game.
You know, talking about the fact that Greensboro's won 4 of their last 5 games, obviously that's a confidence builder. Then you're playing tight and even leading against a team that's, at least in the standings, better than you. Right now, Greensboro, I think, is in the driver's seat.
Definitely in the driver's seat against a team a lot of spots ahead of them in terms of conference standings, but playing a great game here with them so far. Irvin goes up with the floater, no good. Carr, though, with the rebound, gives it back to Irvin. Another shot, no good. Tip, and rebounded by the Pride. They'll set up again. Oh, no. Simpkins finds Stewart in the corner for 3. It's good. Kensley Stewart with the Pride's second 3 of the game extends the lead to 5. But not before the Bishops are on the break, but it's stolen by Irvin. Tipped by Irvin to Simpkins, and she'll get fouled. Momentum now abruptly swinging towards the Greensboro College Pride. They have a 5-point lead with the ball.
Yeah, I want to walk back to that second chance on the 3 ball from Stewart there. One thing that Coach Fernandez said in the pregame show, he said, look, we know we're not the biggest inside, so he said, I'm going to tell Carrie and Ari and Jinx, punch it out to somebody, and that's exactly what you saw them do there.
You saw that work to perfection there. Set up a pass to Stewart for 3, but now Simpkins taking the ball up with a 5-point lead. Just about 6 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here in the second. Simpkins guarded by Dorinda Jordan. She'll pick up her dribble. She'll swing it to Irvin. Redmond now thought about a 3. She'll take it to the baseline. Pump and pass. Simpkins driving. Simpkins puts up a shot. It's good. Right before the shot clock expires, Taya Simpkins gets a little one-armed hook shot to go. 20 to 13 now, Pride. And a steal by Stewart. Stewart comes up from behind Jordan. Unexpectedly, she's got the ball on the break. She kicks it to Redmond. Redmond fighting for the ball. We'll get a jump ball. We'll stay here, though. And now we see a lead extended to 7 points.
Well, the first 4 minutes here in the second quarter, the Pride have held Wesleyan to just 2 points. If my math is correct, it's 11-2 Greensboro in the second quarter.
It is indeed 11-2 after Wesleyan outscored the Pride by 2 in that first quarter, but a good second quarter puts the Pride in great position to close out this half on top. That inbound was tipped. We'll get another chance at an inbound here. Ruano to inbound. She'll find Bradford in the corner. Bradford pump. Back to Ruano. Ruano looking for someone open. Ari Ingham coming for the screen. She'll give it to Lakey. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Lakey defended by Lincoln. Good defense by Lincoln there. Ingram now top of the key. She's going to have to get a shot up. 3, 2, 1. And they won't give him a shot clock violation. Valley Bishops out on the break. That pass ahead to Hughes. Hughes with the layup. No good. Rebound, Wesleyan. Another shot put up, no good. Ari Ingram with the rebound. Jada Harrison now pushing it on the break. She finds Lakey in the corner. Harrison now for 3. No good.
They had Lakey wide open earlier on in that transition, but Harrison didn't get the ball to her quickly.
As Wesleyan now pushing on the break. That's number 7, Shamaya Lynch. Kicks it out to Hughes. Hughes will slow it down now. Hughes to Lynch. Lynch down low now to Ize. To Lincoln. Lincoln mid-range is good.
Yeah.
Ari Ingram now with the ball at the top of the key. Kicks it to Ruano. Ruano saw the screen, didn't like it. Now to Bradford down low. Bradford sizing it, remain up. It's good. Tatum Bradford gets the layup to go. She's a perfect 3 of 3 from the field today.
You know, Tatum is so good about just working her way right around the defender underneath the basket.
Full court pressure for the Pride is broken pretty fast there. No foul. Shot put up there by Kroom. And now Ruano's got it, pushing it for the Pride. Bradford top of the key. Thought about a three. The step through. They'll get it for a travel first. One too many steps there on the step through. As we are into the media timeout from Haynes Gym. Second quarter, Greensboro 22, North Carolina Wesleyan 15 on the Greensboro College Sports Network. Back here from Haynes Gym, getting ready for the last 4 minutes of this second quarter. It's turned into a pretty good game here in the second quarter. Greensboro outscoring Wesleyan 13-4, and now they find themselves with a 7-point lead.
Yeah, absolutely. And, it's funny because you look at some of the numbers here, and, the big thing that stands out to me is that Greensboro shot, 13% in the first quarter and almost 50% in the second quarter.
Yeah, just a complete tale of two quarters so far here. And I would say Greensboro is definitely in the driver's seat going forward.
But I think the thing is, and Coach Fernandez references this regularly, it is a young team. So I think the question for me is, can they finish this half? One thing that hurts Greensboro this year, a lot of times they allow the opposing teams to go on a run late in the half or late in the fourth quarter. So for the Pride, it's about finishing right here.
And we're ready for the last 4 minutes of play here. Hughes got it now, top of the key. As we see a double team there. Will the double team work? We'll get a travel.
Sorry,
go ahead.
I was just going to say, to finish off what I was saying about finishing a quarter and a half, I think that Monday game against Methodist goes a long way, giving them confidence, hey, we can do that.
Right. And now Pride back with the ball. Simpkins being guarded by Tamaya Bryant, junior from Raleigh, North Carolina. Simpkins now driving, sizing up Bryant. She puts up the shot. It's good. Taya Simpkins, a presence in the paint so far in this one. She's got 6. But now Wesleyan out on the break. It's stolen by Stewart. Stewart's out on the break. 3-on-2 for Stewart. Will she take it herself? She will. Shots up. It is good. Coast to coast for Kensley Stewart. Gives the Pride an 11-point lead over North Carolina Wesleyan.
I don't think anybody had this in their bingo card.
At all. North Carolina Wesleyan, a team that entered top 4 in the conference in this one, as the shot is good from Desmaya Kroom. But as I was saying there, North Carolina Wesleyan, a top 4 team in the conference, in a time where conference record is so important. A win like this would almost be key for the Pride. Simpkins now guarded by Hughes, out to Redmond in the corner. Redmond for 3, a little strong there. And they'll say Irvin stepped on the out-of-bounds line when she had possession. Possession will go to the Bishops as we get a new 5.
How many steals does Kensley have so far today?
Kensley Stewart has 2 steals so far.
All right. Continues to march in on the top 10 for a single season. I think she came into today needing 6 to find the top 10.
Inbounded there to Isa, and Wesleyan looking to break the full court pressure. They will. Pass there to Anaya Hall. Anaya Hall now to the corner. To Maya Bryant with a mid-ranger. It's no good. Rebound by Lincoln. She'll get it to go.
That's what we're talking about, a little 4-0 run here for the Battling Bishops. Greensboro wants to stop it before it gets any bigger.
And the 3 is good. Camden Lakey
Well, that's how you do that.
gets a 3 to go, and that is one way to limit a run. But as I say that, Kalasia Lincoln gets the fast break bucket to score, but Camden Lakey with a good 3, but Harrison now mid-ranger, it's no good. Possession will go to the battling Bishops.
One thing Coach Fernandez likes to say is they're okay with giving up a quick bucket in transition as long as they respond on the other end, and they didn't do that there.
And they did do that, but as you were saying before, it's going to be key for the Pride to be able to limit the runs, and they did a good job there, stopping it before it got into anything crazy. But Tamaya Bryant now with the mid-ranger, that's good. Back-to-back buckets for her. Excuse me, that was her first points of the game. So she's got her first points of the game now. The Pride back on the offensive end. Rana with it, top of the key. Tipped out there. But Camden Lakey will pull another one. No good. And pass too strong on the break. Will be Pride ball now. 29-23, just about a minute and 18 seconds to go.
Yeah, just led the intended target a little too far. Looked like some of Drake May's passes on Sunday.
Drake May, as many viewers know, was played in the Super Bowl this weekend. But I'm not sure if it was the same Drake May. And
accuracy a little suspect.
Simpkins now to Stewart. Stewart sizing up a defender. A spin move, puts the shot up. No good, but she's fouled. Kensley Stewart will head to the line. Her second trip there today. And that was Kroom's first foul on the day.
And I'll tell you, here's the impressive thing about Kensley Stewart. She's got the wherewithal and the knowledge of how to draw contact in the lane as she gets a little bit older. Remember, she's just a freshman, but as she gets a little bit older, she'll be able to finish those shots and then go to the line for the three-point play as opposed to just getting the foul and going to the line.
Right, as you said, just a freshman. A lot of room to improve, as you said earlier. Not the best free throw shooter, but that's something that can definitely be changed throughout an offseason, throughout a summer. So that second was no good, but it's rebounded by Irvin. Irvin puts up a shot. It's no good. Thought she would be fouled there, but and they'll actually call Irvin for the foul. That'll be Irvin's first team foul as well. Pride, they've done a great job of really not getting into too much foul trouble. Only 4 fouls here early on in this one. But North Carolina Wesleyan will look for a bucket here, as that is Bryant driving, no good. Rebound Irvin, that's 10 for her on the day. As they'll slow it down. 19-second differential between the shot and the game clock, so Battling Bishops will get one more possession here, as Ari Ingram's got it at the elbow. Now to Stewart. Stewart off the screen. Spin move. Stewart puts a shot up. No good. Rebound Kroom. Kroom pushing it now. 25 seconds to go. Kroom, fake pass to the corner. Shot no good. Foul. They'll get a foul on Desmaya Kroom, which will throw the Pride into the bonus. And I believe send, is it?
Should be sending Taya to the line.
Yeah, it is Taya Simpkins. For a second, I thought it was Ari Ingram.
Well,
wait, I think they both think it's them. Oh, no, yeah, it will be Ari Ingram. One of the team's better free throw shooters.
Well, Jay Sean, before we get too far into this, I do want to give a quick programming note as we get into transition season, crossover season here for the spring at halftime. We've got an exclusive interview with men's lacrosse coach Nate Bates. Greensboro men's lacrosse defeated Oglethorpe in their season opener, but we'll get his thoughts on the upcoming season at halftime.
Yeah, very intriguing storyline I learned from that. Cedric Crenshaw, football star, plays his first year of collegiate lacrosse as the second free throw was good from Ari Ingram and wins the USA South Rookie of the Week. But now Wesleyan on the break. Wesleyan passes to Eze. It's good. 10 seconds to go here. Jada Harrison with the ball. She'll look for the last shot. Just 5 seconds to go now. Ari Ingram from the elbow. Elbow midi, no good. And that'll just about do it for this first half. After the first half, Greensboro College 31, North Carolina Wesleyan 25 on the Greensboro College Sports Network.
And we welcome you into the preseason preview for men's lacrosse. I'm joined by the head coach, Mr. Nate Bates. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. Let's go ahead before we talk about this year. Let's just give a quick recap of last year. 6-12 last year, and the word that I was looking at as I was looking up and down the stats and the results was just uneven, alternating wins and losses at the beginning of the year, and then strings of wins and losses after that. Kind of walk me through your thoughts on last year.
Well, last year was just that year where we had such a big core of new guys that had to get game time, had to get used to, the speed of college lacrosse, and we ramped up the schedule a little bit with some opponents that we knew would be challenging. And so you always hope for better than 6-12, but we got a lot of minutes played. A lot of guys got action that needed to get action. We were breaking in new goalies last year, and so it was that up and down like we expected. So definitely laid the groundwork for some good things for this year, and so 6-12 wasn't where we set our goals, but another year we made the conference tournament and got to play in the postseason. So I played in the postseason every year I've been here, so pretty excited about that and looking forward to again building on that for this year.
One thing that a lot of coaches in various sports tell me is, you've got your group of freshmen, but by the end of the year, you kind of expect them to be playing more like sophomores because they've had the majority of that freshman year. Did you see that growth from your freshman group last year?
100%. I think it starts at the face-off X with Quentin Solomon. Like he had, he's a dual sport athlete here, plays football and lacrosse, and not getting him on the lacrosse field until January, was that's a tough road for a young guy. And watching him grow through the first half of the year and then to hit his stride and win some accolades at the end of the year was nice for him. And so he's kind of the, a measuring stick for that. Other guys, were full-time starters last year. Colin Byrne on defense, full-time starter. Hayden Hansen split time in the goal last year. So it was for the first time in a college season. And so it was, Alex Mattoon started on attack every game last year. And so those guys all got to get their feet wet and really get, in the groove a little bit. Guys like John Banzer stepped in and played a lot of minutes as a freshman defenseman. So we got those growth pieces that we needed, those minutes played. And so this year, that's our stepping stone.
Well, obviously, we can't talk about last year and this year's team without mentioning Justin Berry and what he's done, obviously. Just missing the 60-goal mark last season and already in the top 10 in career goals and career points in just 2 years, the Guilford transfer. Talk a little bit about what you expect from him coming into his senior year, and can he elevate it even more from last year?
Well, JB is coming back as our lone captain this year, and then he's really set a very high bar, very high set of expectations for what an offensive player should look like. And he does a great job of, coaching guys up around him, making them play at a higher level, and continuing to push his game. The year before, he would go quiet sometimes, and last year he didn't really go quiet. He just ran like a bull, all season long, and played through some injuries and things like that. And so he just, there's a lot of stuff he does on the lacrosse field that you don't expect, that he surprises you with. And so he's got a bag of tricks that's pretty deep. And, so for him this year to step into that senior leadership role and to really kind of carry the offense, that's a task. And to be a captain, kind of by yourself, that's a task. And so, but if there's any kid that's worthy of it, deserved it, and is, proven that he belongs there, it's Justin.
I wonder offensively, and we'll talk obviously about your big group of incoming people. You got a lot of veteran transfers and incoming talent coming in, but I wonder offensively too, when you have a guy like Justin Berry, he's going to get his goals. Other teams know he's going to get his goals. How do you use that to kind of free up other guys on the field as well?
Well, last year, instantly, DiMaggio Wilson was a mid-year transfer last year and stepped on the field, and he's a force to be reckoned with. I mean, got, next-level speed and got a very hard shot, and so can create a lot of mismatch opportunities. So he was an instant plug last year. He was been out for a couple years, so coming back in the game, it took him a minute, but he creates a lot of offense for JB. When JB gets bogged down with a double team or something like that, a guy like DiMaggio rises to that occasion. And so having that 1-2, and Mattoon is a very smart off-ball player, so he feeds off of everything as a coach's kid. Like, he feeds off of JB very, very well. And some of the new pieces this year add a good wrinkle. Chaz Gilroy stepped up last year as a sophomore and has done a good job in the weight room to get ready for this year. And so seniors like Alex Specken that have played a lot of minutes. Like it's a good group that's been tested, and so we're excited to see where they go.
Tell us about some of your new veterans you brought in via the portal and how you see them sliding in this year.
Well, we brought in a midfielder, a 3-year starter over at Guilford, Seth Woods. Seth is he's a plug-and-play guy, kind of like DiMaggio, so he'll step right in, whether it's at attack or midfield or wherever we use him. He's a very versatile guy and got good speed, good shooter, good knack for, nose for the ball kind of thing. So we're excited about where he goes. We've got a big freshman from the beach, Abbott Schwartzel, and he's got so super soft hands, and so it's gonna be interesting to see what he does, because if you give him space, he's gonna find the back of the net. And Nate Fonsilis, from local kid from Forsyth Country Day, like Nate's a big kid, big force. Hard to stop that guy when he gets going downhill. And then you've got, Jakata Arifu's back, was with us briefly last year, and now it's back full time. And so just water bug kind of dodger. And so there's a bunch of pieces to play with. That'll be nice to move them around and see who fits where and how it goes. So.
You mentioned Hayden Hansen a little while ago, split time in net last year. Tell me a little bit about your goalkeeping situation this year and where that stands coming into the season.
So we're sitting right now with 4, guys we've got, Hayden split time for us last year, and as a junior, has been a leader on the team. And we brought in a transfer back in the fall from a Division II school, Braden Mitchell from Colorado, and he's good. Hayden's very good. They are neck and neck right now. So if we had to play tonight, it would be a tough call as to who's the starter. But they're both doing a really good job and working well together, pushing each other. And then Colin Henry comes back, has played some goalie for us in the past, played some B-Midi, loves the cage, so he's going to step back in there. So as a senior, we'll see how that, where that shakes out. And then we've got a freshman locally from Daniel Stanley from West Oaks, who's also a football player here at GC. So just be interesting to see where that goes. That net is 100% wide open right now, and we're just looking for the guy that, can be the field general.
Now, is that a situation where you would be comfortable going into the season with them splitting time, or you'd really like to have somebody kind of solidify that position?
I think most coaches want to know who their guy is. I'm a little different where I like both.
Sure.
Both of them bring a different, calmness to the cage. Both of them can clear the ball differently than the other one. Both of them save the ball a little differently. So I think it gives us a little bit of an edge to have guys that we can do things like that with. Colin is really athletic and can get out of the cage and run around a little bit. So it'll just be interesting to see, where that goes. I'm just happy we have choices, so I'm good with that.
It's a good problem to have. All right, 2 more questions for you, Coach. We'll let you go. First off, tell me some things maybe from last year that you'd like to see improved on for this year.
I think last year to this year is it's ball control. Last year we were, JB was our lone returning starter, and so it was trying to get everybody to just be calm on the offensive end, So this year being calm down there is going to be a little bit easier because guys don't get frazzled. They've played some minutes. They've got it figured out. So I think being calm and increasing our time of possession, getting the extra shot, resetting the shot clock, things like that, where we can just possess the ball longer is going to change things for us. Having tried and true, face-off guys is going to change how we play, at that facet of the game. And then being able to have the guys that we have on defense, like, Riley Taff is back as a second-year starter, and Colin Byrne is a second-year starter. Chris Sayers coming back to play on close D with us, like, and like I mentioned, Banzer and some others. Like, it's a good group, and so I think we're stronger, we're smarter, we're more mature, more calm than we were a year ago. And so I think that adds a variety of places to be more successful when it comes to stats or plus minuses or whatnot. And we're just hoping that correlates into wins. So.
Well, that feeds right into the last question. That's just goals for the year. What makes this a successful year for you guys?
It's always the pursuit of the conference tournament. Pfeiffer and Piedmont have set the bar, very high at what that looks like. Southern Virginia is back with a very strong class this year. So I think then you're looking at, us and Methodist and how that shakes out. And we played with SVU last year. We played with Piedmont last year. So it'll be interesting to see like where we go. But it's always the pursuit of the conference tournament. GC is still in the hunt for that elusive NCAA bid for the first time. So you like to think about that. But really it's about, can we grow game to game? And I think with our game schedule we've set up this year, we've got some benchmarks through there that really can kind of establish, who we are and what level we can get to by the end of the year. So just excited. 2026, it's a group of guys that are yes sir, no sir, work hard, show up and do their thing, and good coaching staff that I'm lucky to be, have guys with me that believe and push the same way I do. And so it's looking to be a very, very positive year for us.
Well, Coach, thank you so much, and best of luck. We can't wait to see you guys as you hit those benchmarks, and we'll see where you are at the end of the year.
Appreciate you.
All right, we're going to hear from some of those players now as the preseason preview for men's lacrosse continues.
And back live here from Haynes Gym on the Greensboro College Sports Network for the halftime show, a brief halftime show, just about 2 minutes, in a game that is currently 31-25 in favor of the Greensboro College Pride. North Carolina, their opponent, North Carolina Wesleyan, enters the game as the number 4 team in the conference, but the Pride has played a great game and has come from pretty decent rebounding. Jinx Irvin has 11 rebounds, beats her season high already in the first half of this game. And they've been playing good defense. And now we'll bring on Kendrick. Kendrick, kind of just tell me what you see from the Pride that allows them to have a lead over such a good team.
Well, it's interesting. It's something I was talking about with the men's coach, Michael McDuffie, at halftime. I walked over there and I said, hey, tell me what you're seeing. And we kind of agreed that Greensboro's playing a little frantic, a little wild, but right now North Carolina Wesleyan is matching that and doing the same thing. So it's almost a situation where Greensboro, you would normally say, hey, they need to clean this up a little bit, but whatever it is they've done, they've kind of lulled North Carolina Wesleyan into playing the same game, and the Pride are winning at that right now. The question is, that's a dangerous game. Can they keep it up?
Right, especially against such a good team in North Carolina Wesleyan. It's going to be tough, but we'll just talk about some leaders here with the last 40 seconds. Points leader for the Pride is Tatum Bradford. She's got 9 off 3 of 3 from the field. A good start from her there. And rebounds leader for the Pride, as I said before, Jinx Irvin, 11. She beats her season high there just in 1 half. So we'll see if she can break any type of rebounding records here in the second. And in terms of the North Carolina Wesleyan battling Bishops, their points leader is Kalisha Lincoln, the 5'8" freshman from Holly Springs, North Carolina. She's got 8 on 4 of 6 from the field. And their rebound leader is also Lincoln. She's got 5. 10 seconds to go in this halftime as we get ready for some second half action.
Well, Jay Sean, we talked about it in the last game. Before the Methodist game, we said Greensboro needs to go 3-3 to feel pretty comfortable with things, and that was assuming you beat Methodist, Salem, and Meredith. If you steal one of these that we'd already kind of chalked up as a loss, that goes a long way.
Exactly. As you said before, we mentioned the games that you kind of, if you're the Pride, you want to win, you think you should win. But taking one of these wins that's kind of up for grabs is key to pushing for maybe a home playoff game or just better playoff seeding in general. But we are just about ready to go here from Haynes Gym. Kira Hughes. The ball now passed down below to Jordan. Jordan mid-ranger, no good. Irvin with the rebound. Kerry Carr was trying to go on the break. Irvin didn't see it. Mid-ranger, no good. Rebound again there from Hall. Hall goes back up. It's no good. Looks like they'll get Simpkins for a foul on the floor.
There was an elbow there from Taya Simpkins. Almost thought it went into the head or to the side of the head of Belton, but definitely Simpkins' elbow getting called there.
Belton looking for Hall right off the inbound. It's hit. And now the Pride has it. That's Stewart running the break. She'll slow it down a little bit. Now trapped in the corner. She'll find Simpkins. Being guarded by Belton. Simpkins to the corner now for Stewart. Stewart for 3, no good. Off the front iron, and now Belton will push it on the break for Wesleyan. She'll slow it down, kick it to Hughes. Hughes to the corner to Bryant. Bryant now baseline, blocked by Kerry Carr, and rebounded again there. by Bryant. Now Belton driving. She'll take a third step, which will result in a travel. Possession Pride.
That was just the third attempted three of the game for North Carolina Wesleyan. Rather hasn't attempted one so far. 0 of 2 in the game, and Greensboro still struggling from beyond the arc as well.
Simpkins now gives it to Stewart. Stewart guarded by Belton. Now down below to Irvin. Irvin guarded by Hughes. Backing down Hughes. Trapped there on the double team from Jordan. She'll kick it to Redmond. Redmond looking for an open look. She'll find Simpkins cutting towards the foul line. It's tipped. 1 second left on the shot clock, and that'll do it. Shot clock violation against the Pride, as we'll get a set of fresh legs here. And the leading scorer of this game, Tatum Bradford, checks back into the game.
Greensboro just has so much inexperience right now that just that shot clock awareness is not there all the time for the Pride.
Right. It was under 10 seconds. Not many indicators of that, but Hughes now driving, blocked by Bradford. Taken in there by Ingram. And will go to the Pride.
I think Hughes might have had it last or knocked it out of Ingram's hand. I think maybe what the officials said there.
And the Battling Bishops will be picking up in full court pressure here. Not too much pressure, but kind of just want to force a turnover if you can. But Bradford's pass down below to Hairston is picked off there by Hughes. Hughes now on the break. Hughes goes up with a layup, no good. Defense there by Bradford, rebounded by Ingram. And they'll get an offensive foul there. The two refs on this side of the floor kind of had a conflict of interest. One said block, one said offensive foul. They'll side with the offensive foul. And Wesleyan will retain possession. Nia Hall now, one of the conference better scorers, going up for a shot, but they'll get her for a travel there.
Ultimately, even though Coach Fernandez and Ari Ingram both disagreed with that foul, other than the fact that Ingram and the team have now picked up a foul, I hate to use the word again, but no harm, no foul as far as the travel there. Greensboro gets the ball back.
So I mentioned before, Anaya Hill averaging 17 points on the year, but the Pride defense has held her quiet. 0 of 2 from the field. And I'm sure that was in the game plan, which leads to a 6-point lead for the Pride here. Simpkins now down below. Pivot, shot no good. Rebound from Wesleyan, that's Tamaya Bryant. Hughes now to the corner to Jordan. Jordan's baseline mid-range no good. Back out to Hughes. Tipped there by Stewart. Hughes with the mid-ranger, no good. Rebound Carr. Lindsay Redmond now taking it up. She'll kick it to Simpkins. Simpkins to Irvin. Irvin top of the key. Irvin driving. Goes up on Anaya Hall. It's blocked.
You know, for as quick as the Pride work, they have missed Kinsley Stewart open in transition on multiple occasions tonight.
And as you say her name with a great steal, kind of just like it was almost a battery steal. She tipped it to Carrie Carr. Carrie Carr right back to Kinsley Stewart for the free layup. Now an 8-point game. Jordan now baseline. Baseline midi, no good. Rebounded by Irvin. We'll get an over the back on Alexandria Belton there, but Irvin retained possession through and through.
Yeah, I tell you what, Jinx Irvin may not be the tallest, but I don't know that you'll find many stronger than her in the USA South.
No, that would be very hard to do, and it's definitely shown to be valuable here. That was her 13th rebound of the game. Hairston now checks in to do the point guard duties. She's got the ball up top. Hairston driving, corner to Ruano. Ruano spin, pivot. Shot was good. It was a good crafty take there, just one too many steps. And we'll be going the other way.
This is not an argument at all. I think the officials have done a really nice job today, but we're having more travels called today than we have in some time.
Right.
And I think they're getting them right, too.
They definitely are. And it's good to see there in terms of quality of play, but now Harmony Martin with the ball on the baseline. and they'll say it'll go to the Pride.
Great defense there by Ari Ingram, using the baseline almost as another defender and sandwich the dribbler in between the two.
Hairston now looking to feed off a screen from Bradford. Pivots now. She's got Ari Ingram. Ingram to Ruano. Good fake screen and pop from Ingram there. She'll get the shot to go. That was textbook. Ari Ingram came up fake like she was going to do an on-ball screen, popped right off, got the midi to go, but now that's Jordan on the break. Good spin move by Jordan there. Shot's no good. Possession will go back to the Pride.
You know, all things considered, Greensboro's done a really nice job under the basket today of playing good defense while not fouling.
Right, as we get a timeout from the North Carolina Wesleyan battling Bishops. 5 minutes and 40 seconds to go in this third quarter on the Greensboro College Sports Network. Back here, getting ready for the last just about 6 minutes of this third quarter in a game that's been a pleasant surprise if you're a Pride fan. A 10-point lead over a team that's higher on you in the conference standings. Always a big win. But now Hairston taking the ball up, guarded by Lynch. Now to Lakey for three. Lakey's three is no good. Rebound by Jordan. Bryant now back to Jordan. Jordan's mid-ranger. She'll get it. Nope, excuse me, no good. Rebound by Bryant. Bryant puts it up. No good. Rebound, Ari Ingram there. And we'll get a jump. Possession, Greensboro.
Well, you see the men's team filing out now. They're getting ready for their tilt against Mary Baldwin, which will be after this game here.
I was just about to mention that. It's going to be a good one. It's not often you get a doubleheader of basketball in the same gym, but it's always fun. And Bradford getting ready to inbound. Pressure drops off. Harrison will take the ball off. Harrison guarded there by Shamaya Lynch. Harrison now, Jordan switches on to Lynch. Lynch to the, Harrison to the corner to Bradford, no good. Ruano now with it. Back to Harrison. Harrison for a deep three, no good. Harrison shooting from NBA range there. And now Hall with an athletic take, but no good. Harmony Martin with the putback, also no good. Ari Ingram will secure the rebound.
I don't know that she didn't get away with a little bit of a hack there. Officials letting them play, and Greensboro taking advantage.
Harrison now driving. She'll find Ruano in the corner. Ruano looking to set something up here. And looks like they'll get Shamaya Lynch for the foul. That'll be her third personal. And we'll get a media timeout. 4 minutes and 25 seconds to go here in the third period. Greensboro College on top of North Carolina Wesleyan, 35-25.
College athlete has a story to tell, and at Greensboro College, we believe no one is better equipped to tell those stories than the athletes themselves. On the Getting to Know podcast, you'll hear the who, what, when, where, why, and how of each college athlete's journey to Greensboro and how they became a member of the Pride. We talk on and off the field, influences, hobbies, goals, and what it means to be a member of the Pride. It's all on the Getting to Know podcast on Spotify and YouTube.
You know, I just really felt like I was a person, you know, and they really cared about you, not only as like an athlete, but, you know, as an individual as well. And so that was one of the things that like led me here, honestly.
The Getting to Know podcast from Greensboro College Athletics. We are one Pride, and these are our stories.
Back live from Haynes Gym. Getting ready to start the last 4 minutes and 25 seconds to go of this very, very quiet offensive third quarter. North Carolina Wesleyan shooting 0 of 12 from the field in the third. And the Pride shooting 2 of 7. But Irvin goes up on Hall. Shot no good. Rebound Wesleyan. Hughes on the break now. Hughes pushing the break. She's got it to Hall. Hall, mid-ranger. No good. Rebound, Carrie Carr. Simpkins fighting for it. Tipped. Hall's got it. Hall puts it up. Shot is no good.
And talking about the fact that, you know, not only has Wesleyan not made a basket here in the second half, but they've had quite a few offensive rebounds, though, and they still haven't converted.
If you look kind of in the retrospect of things, Wesleyan actually winning the offensive rebound game 12-10. Hall has the mark for her first. She's got her first points of the game. But as I was saying, the rebound battle is being won by Wesleyan, but paint points just about even. So that tells you what you need to know there, as the second one is also good. We've got an 8-point game. Simpkins now driving. Irvin with the mid-ranger. It's good. Good contest there by Kalisha Lincoln, but Jinx Irvin gets the mid-ranger to go. Back up to a 10-point lead. And we'll get another travel call. Kiara Hughes for the travel there. Possession goes to the Pride.
Nobody says you can't use the backboard for a little help, and Irvin did exactly that.
When I played basketball, that was my favorite thing, was the backboard. Simpkins now taking the ball up, guarded by Lincoln. Stewart off the handoff. Stewart driving now, a good spin and a drive. Shot's no good. Rebounded by Eza, and now Hughes got it on the break for Wesleyan. Hughes out to Hall. Good tip there from Stewart. Forced the ball out of bounds there. Possession will stay with the Battling Bishops, though.
You know, to finish on the other end with Stewart, that's kind of what we're talking about with her being a freshman right now. She's got all the moves up to the basket, but that's one of those situations where I think once you get a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger, you can finish that.
Exactly. Hughes now to Martin. Martin down low to Hall. Hall spin, puts it up. She's got it. Anaya Hall, the second leading scorer in the conference. If you're the Pride, that is one player you do not want to see get hot.
6 minutes and 50 seconds before the Battling Bishops made a basket in the second half.
Impressive defense there by the Pride, but Ruano's got it up top. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Ruano sizing up Martin. Cross. Out to the corner to Phelps. Phelps, a good pump. She puts up the baseline jumper. No good. Hughes looking to push it on the break, and she'll slow it up. Smart move by Hughes there. Saw she didn't have numbers. Kind of just took it back. Set up your offense. Scott Hall, top of the key there. Hall with another spin and another post fade, but it is no good. Rebound there by Phelps, and they'll get Hall for a foul.
You know, it's interesting. It's still 2:19 to go in the third quarter, Jay Sean, but you can see a little bit of frustration on these Battling Bishops. And it's funny because Greensboro is playing their style and their speed of game. They're used to going on some droughts. North Carolina Wesleyan isn't. So while the Pride are not shooting well, it kind of still goes along with their game plan. But the Battling Bishops are visibly frustrated.
Exactly, visibly frustrated because the Pride is doing a great job of limiting whatever momentum they may build up. Say they go down, get a steal, get a putback point. The Pride goes down and does the same thing. Simpkins now with it. Guarded by Kroom. And Irvin will go up with the mid-range, but she is definitely fouled. That'll send her to the line. Irvin will be her first trip to the line. And the first one is no good. Irvin, 63% free throw shooter on the year. Highs the mark for her second. That one is good. 38-29 in favor of the Pride. Pass down low there on the break to Eza. Back out to Kroom. Kroom goes up, no good. Rebound again by Kroom. That one also no good. Kensley Stewart pushing it on the break. She sees Redmond down low. Great pass to Redmond and one. Lindsay Redmond gets the bucket to go and the foul off the great pass from Kensley Stewart.
That's impressive, too. Lindsay Redmond, not the tallest, not the biggest on this team, but she still absorbed the contact and was able to still get the shot to go. Incredible play.
Absolutely incredible. Same as the pass from Kensley Stewart. I myself didn't even see that from here. Finds it from the right elbow. A chance for a three-point play here for Redmond. And she'll complete it. Three-point play pushes the lead to 11 with just a minute and 45, but it's stolen by Simpkins. Simpkins to Stewart for three. No good. Little strong. But that one again stolen. Wesleyan just looking to get out on the break, just push the ball down the court, but these passes are very ill-advised, and they've led to a couple of back-to-back turnovers.
Bishop's catch a break there, a foul on Redmond. Kind of behind the play. Coach Fernandez, I don't think, buys the explanation.
Kiara Hughes with it now off the screen. Hughes wide open for the midi. That one's no good. She seemed kind of surprised that she just had a wide open look, but no good there. Pride will take over. Simpkins now. Simpkins guarded by Eza. Out to Stewart. Stewart with a hezzy. Pulls up, no good. And that one again stolen in offensive territory for the Pride. Mid-range, no good. Rebound, Stewart. Stewart puts it back up, also no good. And we've got a foul. Pride have been able to take advantage of a lack of awareness there. Right after Wesleyan gets a rebound, they're looking for steals right away, and it's catching Wesleyan off guard. We'll get a fresh 5 for the Pride.
Battling Bishop's now 1 out of 18 in the third quarter. Greensboro had a 6-point lead at the break. They've currently extended it to 11.
Troy, as his first one is good. Both teams now in the bonus. 50 seconds to go here in the third. Second one is also good. We've got a 10-point game. $50 seconds to go here. 20 seconds differentiates the shot in the game clock. Harrison sizing up Lynch. Harrison to the corner to Bradford. Bradford pump and drive. Bradford baseline jumper, no good. Rebound by Lynch. Lynch pushing it on the break. That's Smith. Smith puts it up. It's good. Ruano now puts up a mid-ranger. That one also no good. Kroom taking it up now. Kroom to Smith. Pass too strong, and we'll go the other way.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Greensboro just slow it down just enough to not give Wesleyan another offensive possession.
For sure, just about 10 seconds to go here, and they'll look for one shot. Harrison off the screen, goes the opposite way off the screen, catches her defender lacking, and will send her to line. Ari Ingram came For a screen to the right, Harrison kind of just fakes her defender out and gets to the line.
Greensboro 8 out of 13 from the line today, just 61%, but better than what they've done during the course of the year.
Harrison eyeing the mark for her first one. It's good. That'll get Harrison on the board for her first points of the night. Second one is good. Back up to a 10-point lead for the Pride here. 3 seconds to go. Lynch with it. Lynch puts up a far three. It's into the stands. End of the third quarter here from Haynes Gym. Your Greensboro College Pride out in front of North Carolina Wesleyan, 43-33. We will be back on the Greensboro College Sports Network.
Final 10 minutes on the scoreboard here. We're underway in the fourth quarter. Pride up by 10. And, Jay-Sean, this is what we've been talking about all game. It's time to finish.
It's crunch time here. Just got to finish it off.
Absolutely. Battling Bishops with possession to start the fourth quarter through contact. Jordan puts it up. Shot's no good, but a foul called. And it's going to be Irvin. Jenks will pick up her third personal, team foul number 1. Pride shooting 24%, but Wesleyan matching at 25% today. Jordan 0 of 10 from the floor. This will be her first free throw attempt. It is good. Wesleyan 2 players with 3 fouls. Greensboro has 1. That's Irvin. So all things considered, nobody really in a bad spot. Second free throw good, 43-35.
It's going to be a pretty big offensive possession from the Pride here. They've kept the lead to around 10 for a lot of that second half, that third quarter. And they look to keep it that way in the fourth.
I think the big thing here is don't get complacent. Don't take your foot off the gas. Stewart 3-ball, that's no good. Off the side iron, ball going towards the Pride bench, but scooped up by Irvin. Greensboro maintains possession. Redmond has it, lost it, falls down, and a timeout quickly called by Fernandez. Good job there by Fernandez seeing the situation and burning the 30-second timeout. Why don't we take a quick look at what else is going on around the conference right now while we've got a minute. As we have, oh, nope, now they've extended it, I think, to immediate timeout. Yep, officials have just changed it. So we'll step aside here, 43-35 on the Greensboro College Sports Network.
Greensboro College, to Greensboro College, welcome home, to Greensboro College. Welcome home, to Greensboro College.
How about a quick check around the USA South really quickly? In the fourth quarter, Methodist is trailing Pfeiffer 57-51, a minute 20 to go in that one. And elsewhere in the conference, William Peace leading Meredith 39-23. Jay Sean, how about this one? Third quarter, 41-16, SVU all over Salem.
SVU, a great team over there, and showing that on this Wednesday night.
Southern Virginia 14-0 in conference, have not lost a conference game in 3 years. Simpkins inbounds to Stewart. Stewart on the left-hand side, too strong on the rebound. Carr had it, tipped it out to Stewart. Greensboro will reset it. Simpkins in the left corner. Simpkins on the baseline now sends it all the way up top to Stewart. 1 second again on the shot clock, and again Greensboro doesn't realize it. That's what, the fourth or fifth time tonight.
Shot clock kind of going just unnoticed there. I myself didn't even realize it. Normally, a lot of the players on the bench will scream 3, 2, 1, but nothing there. We'll get a shot clock violation.
I don't think it registered to everybody that Stewart did not hit the rim on her first shot attempt. Bumped out of bounds there was the basketball. Ruano bumping Jordan, but clean play according to the officials. It's a Greensboro ball. Hairston to Bradford, who's checked back in. Wesleyan has committed 15 turnovers, so has Greensboro. That one was almost number 16, tipped out of bounds by Bryant. It'll be Greensboro ball. Hairston to Bradford. Bradford turns around, 3 ball. That's no good. Off the side iron, offensive board, Ari Ingram. Ingram has picked up her dribble, needs help. Throws looking for Hairston. It's hit out of bounds, last touched by Hairston. She had Belton on her. Bradford and Stewart, the game's high scorers, 9 points apiece. And the Greensboro press, a little bit of a problem there for the Bishops. They get up in front now. Hughes, shot's no good. Bradford picks up a foul. That will be Tatum's first personal, team foul number 2.
Kind of off of that point of the foul, Greensboro doing a great job of not fouling too much. They've only got, that's blocks. They've only got 10 fouls on the day. Split those up into 4 quarters. You're only averaging about 2-3 fouls a quarter. That's not bad.
Smart defense today for the Pride, for sure. Hughes, 1 of 2 from the line. She's got 3 points on the evening. Free throw good. A little bit of a programming note, because we've got a quick turnaround for the men's game. We're going to have a really quick post-game show here on the Greensboro College Sports Network. We'll have a quick breakdown, take a break, and then we will finish up with a look at stats, and then we'll have to turn around and get ready for the men's game. So a quick post-game show, but I'm sure we'll talk about it some during the second game as well. Simpkins steps out of bounds, and it's a turnover. .8:29 to go. The Battle Bishops trying to set something up. Double team there, Redmond and Stewart. And Hughes had it, lost it over the back, or over the timeline, over and back called.
Great job of Redmond being aware not to touch the ball there, because if she doesn't, that'll be a backcourt violation. That's exactly what happened. Hughes had to go back to the opposing side of the court to get the ball. That's a backcourt violation.
Irvin to Stewart, or to Simpkins rather, crossing the timeline. Greensboro's lead is 6. Sends this one out to Kinsley Stewart deep in the right wing. Stewart now all the way to left-hand side of the lane. Spin move, goes to the right-hand side. She was hacked, no foul, shots blocked. And here comes Hughes on the run for Wesleyan. Hughes, right-hand side of the lane. That's poked out of bounds. Last touch by Greensboro. Under 8 minutes to play now. And there's a jumper from Jordan. Good. Jordan's got 4. That is her first field goal that she has made today. 0 for 10 until that one. Pass intended for Ruano. Intercepted Jordan, and that shot's no good. Simpkins is going to be called for the foul, which will be her second. All of a sudden, what was an 11-point lead is now 4, could be 2 by the end of these free throws. Jordan's free throw, no good. Second one on the way for a 62% free throw shooter, and she hits that. So 43-40 with 7.5 to go, and this is a lot tighter now, and perhaps more so what we thought we would be in for today.
Expect a lot of full court pressure, trying to force turnovers. Every offensive possession is going to be valuable in down the stretch of these last 7 minutes.
Yeah, the full court pressure there for Wesleyan. Greensboro does get into the front court now. Stewart in the lane, spins, and she's hacked by Belton. Kinsley Stewart goes to the line. She is 0 for 4 from the charity stripe today, so Stewart looking for a little bit of redemption and also looking to be the first player in double figures. That's hard to believe. Nobody's got to the 10-point mark yet for either team. Greensboro looking for their 3rd straight win. Free throw no good from Stewart. She is now 0 for 5. Second free throw is good. So Stewart finally stops the bleeding, 44-40. Jordan up ahead. Waits around Carr, shot no good. Irvin had the rebound, then lost it out of bounds, and it'll be Wesleyan ball.
Stewart doing a good job of at least getting one of those free throws to drop to stop the 7-0 run that made this such a close game, now at 4-point differential.
Bryant to inbound for the Battle in Bishops, and she does to Jordan. Jordan, quick give in the lane to Lincoln. Lincoln, that one rattles home. 44-42. Just a 2-point game. Stewart passes the baseline to Phelps, now to Bradford, around to Irvin. Irvin gives it to Kinsley Stewart, right baseline. Stewart just the underhand flip up. Shot no good, gets her own miss, sends it out to Simpkins for 3. That's no good. Soaring for the board is Lincoln. Wesleyan a chance to tie or take the lead. Battling Bishop's last lead came at 11-9 in the second quarter. Stewart getting in the way of that pass. Greensboro on the run. Stewart had it, lost it, pushes it to Taya Phelps, who scores. Well, I don't think it's how they drew it up, but it still works.
Stewart, a good job of avoiding the double dribble there. Instead of putting the ball back on the ground, kind of just tips it to Phelps. Phelps gets the layup to go.
Shots no good the other way. Irvin with her 17th rebound. Simpkins to Kinsley Stewart. Long feed across to Taya Phelps. Phelps for 3. That's too strong. And again, the rebound to the Bishops. It's Hall. Hall gives it up ahead to Lynch. Now to Bryant. Bryant back to Lynch. Trying to throw down into the lane to Hall. Splitting between a couple defenders. Shot no good. And a foul called. 5:46 to play. And Tatum Bradford picks up her second.
Hall, one of the highest points per game averages in the USA South, but the Pride have done a great job with her down below. Only 1 of 6 from the field. Just 4 points here in this one.
Hall's 3rd free throw of the game is good. 46-43. Second free throw is no good, but an offensive board by Lynch. Stewart with a block and Stewart with a foul. Kinsley picks up her 3rd, and That will send Lynch to the line as Greensboro has now committed 5 in the quarter. And that this is important now, the fact that the Bishops are in the bonus the rest of the way.
Not pick a worse time to get into foul trouble. They've done great all game, not hit the bonus, but now they do here in the fourth quarter. With just a 3-point game, giving a team free chances to get points is never good.
And despite Wesleyan's struggle shooting, as the free throw is no good. I was going to say they've shot the free throws well today, 11 out of 15 now, or 11 out of 14, including 10 out of 12 in this half. Second coming from Lynch, and that's good. So Lynch has 7. It's a 2-point game. Hairston needs help, gives it to Irvin. Irvin slings it up ahead to Bradford off her fingertips. Bradford tries to recover, and a foul called. I think that's going to be Lincoln. Little too physical with Bradford, and that'll be the second team foul, second personal for Lincoln as well. Well, this has turned into a dogfight here today. Long feed to Irvin. Irvin short range shot no good. Jordan with the board gives it to Hughes. Hughes working her way up the near sideline. Again, the Bishops a chance to tie or take the lead. They are just 0 for 2 of 3. That one poked away from Stewart. Goes to Irvin. Long feed up ahead to Stewart. Kinsley Stewart lays it up and in high off the glass, and Greensboro's lead is 4.
One of Kinsley Stewart's best parts of her game is her defense. As you see there, as Irvin tips the ball out of bounds. Possession will stay with the Battling Bishops, but Kinsley Stewart does a great job of tipping passes, tipping the ball out from behind. She kind of just comes behind, pokes the ball out to a teammate, and then she just runs on the break and lets the teammate throw it to her, and she's going to make that layup every time.
And Jay-Sean with her 6th steal tonight. She's now tied for the 10th most in a single season. There's another turnover.
Another one.
Greensboro on the run. It's Simpkins. She's picked up her dribble. She's tied up in a double team. Needs help off of the foot of Anaya Hall. And actually, I think Coach Fernandez might have burned the timeout before that. And they're going to take this one full. So 4:54 to go. We'll be back for the exciting finish when we come back. Pride Up 4 on the Greensboro College Sports Network. Well, we already talked about Kinsley Stewart being in the top 10 for a single season in steals. Jinx Irvin, 1 rebound away from cracking the top 10 for most rebounds in a game. She's got 17. Right now, Taya Simpkins with it, under 5 minutes to go. Greensboro's lead is 4. Records are great. The Pride would rather add a win to their win-loss record. There's Irvin on the baseline, goes up with it and in. Jinx Irvin, 6 points, 17 boards. And it's a 6-point lead for GC.
Love the off-ball movement there from Irvin, kind of just fighting her way to get open, and she does via the baseline.
Almost another turnover forced by Stewart. And the double team there, but she gets out of it. Hall, nice move in the lane to create a little bit of space and gets the floater to go off balance. 50-46, Simpkins up top to Irvin. Irvin gives it to Ruano, looking for a cutting area Ingram, and Ingram floats it in with one hand. Ingram's got 8. Right now, these teams starting to trade baskets a little bit. One of the longer sustained offensive shows we've seen as Stewart pokes that out of bounds from behind. 3:49 to go. Smith to inbound in the corner. Quick give there to Lynch. Lynch trying to work on Ruano and sneaks in on the baseline. Shot's no good. Rebound being tipped, now kicked out. And it goes to Smith, left-hand side of the lane. Floats it up. That one's good. Shania Smith has 4 points, and it's a 4-point game. Simpkins, long feed to Ruano. She's got to chase it down in the left corner. Gives it up top to Simpkins. You know Greensboro wants to go fast, Jay Sean, but at what point do you start slowing this down and try to use the clock to your advantage?
I think definitely this possession right here.
Shot clock down to 10. Simpkins dribbling with the left hand. Start, stop. Now spins in the lane, and Stewart's shot no good. Rebound taken by Hall. That's her 6th. Hughes up ahead, just steps inside the arc and pulls up straight on jumper, no good. Irvin tries to tip it to Ruano. Didn't have it cleanly, and it kind of caroms off of the two of them out of bounds. It'll be Wesleyan ball.
And do we have an entertaining last 3 minutes on our hands? 4-point game. It's been semi-close all game, but these crunch time possessions are going to be huge.
30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. A reminder of what we still have coming up today. Men's basketball against Mary Baldwin will begin a little bit after this game. It'll be a separate stream, so if you're wanting to stay for that one, you'll need to close out of the YouTube viewing window you have up, and we'll open up another one for the pregame show of the men's game. And also at halftime of the men's game, as you heard from men's lacrosse coach Nate Bates at halftime of this game, we're going to hear from baseball coach Chris Fennessy as the Pride, who were picked #1 preseason in the USA South, set to begin their season Friday in Asheboro against Washington and Lee.
Super excited for the baseball team to get started, as you said. #1 ranked in the preseason USA South poll, coming off a runner-up championship season last year. I think it's going to be a great year for the Pride and very entertaining to watch.
I'll tell you what, one thing we were talking about it the other day, myself and Stephen Weidenhouse and Coach Finn, it's a dangerous lineup, and you look up and down, and there's not really a spot in that order that you can take a break as an opposing pitcher.
Especially that you return 2-time All-American shortstop Evan Sykes.
Yep.
It's going to be a very scary offense.
Now, speaking of scary, Greensboro hoping that the last 3 minutes are not that. Right now, though, Wesleyan giving the Pride all they can handle. Smith, a jumper, good. It's a 2-point game. Full court press there, and a pass too strong from Simpkins, turned over. But last touched, I think, by Shemaya Lynch, and it might be, yeah, it is Greensboro ball. Wesleyan has committed 30 turnovers today. Greensboro has committed 18. Hairston inbounds to Simpkins, 2:35 to go. The Battling Bishops have outscored Greensboro 17-9 in the fourth quarter, and there's a turnover. Simpkins loses the ball and then runs into Hughes. So Hughes will go shoot free throws the other way with a chance to tie the game.
So you mentioned this is a turnover that North Carolina Wesleyan, they're turning the ball over a lot, and you're not seeing them capitalize as much. Greensboro leading the points off turnovers game 27-11. They're going to have to capitalize on this one to make this a closer game. Or a tie game, excuse me.
Rebounding now decisively in favor of the Battling Bishops, 59-45. Free throw from Hughes is no good. She's 3 out of 5. Battling Bishops were going to give up the rebound to Greensboro, but the free throw was made. Ingram slings it up ahead to Kinsley Stewart. Stewart in the lane, picks up her dribble, kicks it out now to Hairston, and Greensboro resets up just a single point, 2:15 to go. Simpkins to Stewart. Stewart back to Simpkins, trying to look to set something up. Simpkins hands it off to Stewart. Stewart picks up her dribble, back to Simpkins. Pride can't make any inroads. Now throwing down to Irvin. Irvin, contested shot, no good, goes out of bounds. Another possession where really just felt like Greensboro couldn't get any penetration and just couldn't get any momentum. Smith with it on the right side. Up top now to Lynch. Slings it around to Hughes. Hughes all the way across to Lynch. Lynch getting around Simpkins. Shot's good and one. No, they're going to call a offensive foul. Or no, they did call it on.
No, they're going to give that.
Okay, yeah.
Wow.
That's going to be on Lynch, yeah. I don't think some of the players on the floor realized it either. So Greensboro catching a bit of a break there. Stewart to Simpkins. 1:36 to go. Thanks for keeping me straight, Jay. That's why we keep you around. 90 seconds to go. Kicks it into the corner. Ingram, 3-ball. That's too strong. Simpkins came crashing in for the rebound and really probably should have stayed put as the ball went over her head. There's a foul called on Stewart as Hughes was crossing the timeline. Kinsley picks up her fourth with 1:19 to go. That a little bit of a cause for concern.
Stewart, a maestro when it comes to steals. You've seen her facial expression right there. She knew that she just was a little bit late, and that's what led to the contact there, which will send Hughes to the line.
Hughes is 4 out of 6. First free throw here would be for the tie. And it's off the front of the rim, no good. This is a big free throw, perhaps more importantly, if it's missed, a bigger rebound. Hughes eyes the mark. Free throw is no good. Loose ball punched out, and Simpkins has it down the far sideline. Simpkins working towards the baseline, goes up and a foul. Jordan's going to be called for a foul. Taya Simpkins is going to go to the line with 1:11 remaining.
Great technique there from Irvin and Ingram. They both knew they didn't really have position to go and get that rebound. Just try to tip it. Maybe one of your teammates is out there. Conveniently, there was Taya Simpkins, and now she'll get a chance to extend this lead.
Well, they gave the foul to Smith, which will be her first. I thought it was Jordan on the baseline. But Smith just picking up her first. Next foul will put the Pride in the bonus as Simpkins' free throw rattles home. Taya's got 8. Greensboro's lead is 2. Second free throw, good. 2 big makes there for Taya Simpkins. 70 seconds left. This is Smith. Smith for 3. Was on a line, but it was short. Greensboro watches it go out of bounds. She had the shot lined up correctly, just didn't quite have enough on it.
Coach Fernandez knows that this is the biggest offensive possession of the game. He'll get 2 of his best scorers on the floor at the same time. We don't see this much. Bradford and Stewart both on the floor.
Down to the final minute, a dangerous pass there. A jump ball called between Simpkins and Jordan, and arrow favors Greensboro. This is not the time to be taking a lot of risks if you're the Pride, trying to nurse this to the finish. 55.6 left on the clock. Stewart inbounds it to Simpkins. How much of this 23 seconds of the shot clock do you eat up here, Jay Sean?
As much as you can.
Right now, that's what Simpkins doing. Dribbling right and left. Now backing up to the logo. 10 seconds on the shot clock now. Gives it to Bradford. Bradford trying to make some inroads. Right-hand side of the lane. Too strong. Loose ball. Bradford picks it up. Goes up with it. They're going to wave off the shot. I think Tatum stepped on the baseline.
Yeah, they're going to say stepped on the baseline while trying to get that rebound. And now so we get a timeout from North Carolina Wesleyan.
30-second timeout, 34.6 to go. Couple finals from around the conference. Pfeiffer defeated Methodist 59-53. William Peace hanging on start of the fourth quarter against Meredith 46-41. And Southern Virginia leading Salem 66-30 with 5 minutes remaining. Got to give Salem some credit, at least trying to make that one respectable. They only scored single digits in the first and second quarter.
You mentioned a stat there about SVU that blew my mind. They haven't lost a conference game in 3 years.
Yeah, I think since 2014 or 2013. I can't remember which year now.
Very impressive.
But certainly they're not the team you want to draw in the tournament.
I think the Pride has 6 players on the floor right now.
They do. Well, they got it figured out before play resumed, so ready to go now with 34 seconds. Quickly inbounded there. Belton gives it to Hughes. Back to Belton. 30 seconds left on the clock. Belton back up top to Hughes. Hughes, long 2. That's in and out, no good. Ari Ingram with the rebound and the foul. Some big free throws coming here. Wesleyan, who's 0 of 3 from beyond the arc. Actually, looks like a timeout taken by Greensboro. I thought Ingram was hit from behind on the rebound, but 30-second timeout for the Pride. At some point, Wesleyan's going to have to pull up from 3. You would think. They are 0 of 3 from beyond the arc today. As a team this year, Wesleyan shooting just 21%. Their leading three-point shooter in terms of makes is Harmony Martin with 12, and we've only seen her for, well, she's played 14 minutes today, but only attempted 1 shot.
Yeah, not too many threes attempted from Wesleyan. They stick to their brand of basketball, which leads them to a very tight finish here. We've got an entertaining 23 seconds left.
Shot clock is turned off. Next foul will send the Pride to the bonus. Ingram with it. So far, Wesleyan not fouling. Stewart with it. Steps back beyond the arc. Up top to Hairston. They're bleeding a lot of time off. This is going very well for the Pride. 13 seconds, and now Ingram is fouled. That foul took 13 seconds to occur from the time play started. So Stewart will go to the line. You wonder if those 13 seconds will come back to haunt the Battling Bishops here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm a little bit confused. I mean, you're essentially playing from behind 2 possessions with the Pride having the ball there. You want to foul as fast as you can, try to give yourself another possession, as Stewart's first free throw is no good.
Kinsley has struggled from the line today, 1 of 7. She needs this one to make it a 2-possession game.
This is a huge free throw right here.
Stewart eyes the mark. Free throw up, in, and out. No good. She's trying to go for the offensive board. Stewart does have it. Slings it across to Hairston. 5 seconds left, and Jada is fouled forcefully there by Belton. Hairston a perfect 2 out of 2 from the free throw line today, so she'll have a chance to make it a 2-possession game as Belton is fouled out. Stewart, the game-high scorer with 12 points, 1 of 8 from the free throw line. But again, we talk about it's more than just shooting that makes Kinsley valuable. Her defense today was fantastic. 5.4 to go. Hairston needs 1 to make it a 2-possession game. First one's no good. Well, they're keeping Haynes, Jim, on their toes here, and if your heart rate's gone up like ours, we apologize. Or not. This has been fun. Second free throw is good. It is a 4-point game, 5.4 seconds remaining. Well, Jay Sean, if you're in Wesleyan's huddle right here, what are you drawing up?
I mean, the only thing I could think of is possibly get a quick bucket, timeout. They do have 1 timeout. Foul right away, or foul first, then timeout, try to advance it. But you're going to have to get a shot up within a second and a half at most.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, hey, really quickly, quick teaser of the men's game today. What are you looking forward to as the Pride take on Mary Baldwin this evening?
Super excited today. They can put themselves in a better position in terms of conference standings. I want to see Jeremiah Howard. He had a little bit more of a limited role last time we were here in Haynes Gym. I think when he's on, the whole team is on. He can rebound, he can score, he can do everything. Huge key piece to the Pride.
I think so, too. And the other thing, too, we've talked about how we've been waiting to see Will Gray step back up. He has in a big way, 26 points on Saturday, and he followed it up with 20 points on the road against William Peace on Monday. That's coming up after the conclusion of today's game, and that'll be a separate stream on YouTube. 5.4 seconds left here in game number 1 of our doubleheader. Wesleyan looking to inbound, throwing this one to Hughes. Hughes will pull up 3 ball. That's no good off the front iron. Irvin trying to go for the rebound. It's put back up and no good from Hall. But what is good is Greensboro coming away with a victory over North Carolina Wesleyan, a team that was 6 games over the Pride in the standings coming into today. This is a big win for this program, Jay Sean.
Yeah, huge upset. As you said, 6 games above the Pride in terms of conference standings, and the Pride doesn't bat an eye. They come out here, they play hard, they play physical, and they come out on top.
Safe to say, I think if you want to have a signature win this year, I think this is the game for the Pride that you have to look at.
For sure. I mean, any win against a team that's ranked ahead of you in the conference standings, especially down the stretch, is so important, and especially one against a good team like the Battling Bishops.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to get ready for the men's game here. We're going to step aside. We'll bring things back for stats and final thoughts here when we come back on the Greensboro College Sports Network. Let's take a look at the final numbers here today, Jay Sean, and then I'll throw it over to you for final thoughts and maybe a stat or two that stood out to you. Let's take a look at North Carolina Wesleyan first. Leading scorer today, Lincoln had 8, 7 for Lynch, 7 for Hall, 7 for Jordan, 6 for Hughes, 6 for Smith, 4 for Isa, and 2 for Bryant and Belton, as well as Kroom. Leading rebounder today was Isa with 9, 7 for Hall, 6 each for Martin, Lincoln, and Jordan, 5 for Hughes, 4 for Belton, and 2 each for Kroom and Bryant, while Smith had 1. 2 assists each for Bryant, Isa, Lincoln, and Lynch, 1 each for Hughes and Griffin. 3 steals for Hughes, 2 for Jordan, and 1 for Lincoln, Kroom, Belton, Hall, and Bryant. 3 blocks for Isa, 2 for Belton, and 1 each for Hall, Kroom, and Lincoln. As a team, North Carolina Wesleyan shooting 27% from the floor, 0 for 4 of 3, and 65% for the free throw line. Comparatively, the Battling Bishops win the rebound 63-49. Offensive boards go to Wesleyan as well, 18-16. They turned it in to 9 second chance points, 6 for Greensboro. Assists go 12-10 to the Pride. Turnovers 31 for Wesleyan and 19 for Greensboro. Bench points go 27-25 to Wesleyan. Points in the paint 32-30 for Wesleyan. Points off turnovers 27-12. Greensboro shot 24% from the floor, 12% from 3. It's 3 out of 24, and 60% from the line. Leading scorer was Kinsley Stewart with 12, 9 each for Bradford and Simpkins, 8 for Ingram, 6 for Irvin, 3 for Redmond, Hairston, and Lakey, while Phelps had 2. Leading rebounder Jinx Irvin, 17. First time a Greensboro players reached 15 boards since 2023. Ari Ingram added 9. 4 each for Stewart and Carr, 3 for Simpkins, 2 for Ruano, 1 for Redmond, 1 for Hairston, 1 for Bradford and Phelps. 4 assists for Ruano, 3 for Stewart, 2 for Simpkins, 1 each Carr, Irvin, and Hairston. 7 steals Kinsley Stewart, 2 for Carr, 1 for Redmond, Simpkins, Irvin, Ruano, Hairston, and Bradford. 2 blocks each for Ingram and Bradford. And it adds up to an impressive 55-51 win for the Pride.
Honestly, if I'm going to look at one stat, it's going to be points off turnovers. I'm really excited to see that from the Pride. As you said, North Carolina Wesleyan, they turned the ball over 31 times. And the Pride, they win the points off turnover battle 27-12. When you can capitalize off free possessions that you're given, I think that's very key to winning a game, and you see that as they pick up an upset win over the Battling Bishops.
Yeah, Greensboro improves now to 6-8 in conference play. North Carolina Wesleyan falls to 10-5. And Jay Sean, as we got about 45 seconds here before we need to get off and get ready for the second game, your final thought here on today.
I thought it was a great game. It's always good to get an upset win, a win that a lot of the conference sees you as maybe not supposed to win, but you go out and prove the rest of the conference wrong. Huge win down the stretch. Just about 4 or 5 games left. See how the Pride capitalizes the rest of the way.
Well, a big statement win for the Pride. We'll see if that helps vault them into the postseason. A big thank you to all of our game day staff today for making today possible, as well as our Director of Sports Information, Stephen Whitenhouse, and as always, my producer and analyst, Jay Sean Ayala. If you're not hanging around with us, I'm Kendrick Fruits, wishing you a green and white good night. If you are hanging around with us, check out the new link coming up on YouTube here as we get ready for men's basketball. But women get it done today against North Carolina Wesleyan, 55-51. This has been a presentation of Greensboro College women's basketball on the Greensboro College Sports Network.